Is the screen visible? Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but one people kindly remain the thing that we have discussed at the last class. One people, if you have your notes, kindly have a glance. What are the things we have discussed at the last class? Kindly have a glance so that we can able to continue the today's session. Hari Prasad J, kindly unmute yourself. Hari Prasad.
Yes, sir.
Okay, pa. Kindly give the things that we have discussed at the last class, pa. Whatever the things that we have learned in the last class. Yes. Hari Prasad.
Yes, sir.
Kindly discuss the thing, topics that we have discussed in the last class.
Artifacts, sir.
What, pa?
Artifacts. Those models we discussed, sir.
Yes, artifacts. Okay, I think so. Hari Prasad, are you available? You can able to communicate. Thanks, pa. Saravanan, thank you. Okay, but Arani, you have posted in chat. You can able to look at. Let me have an audio intro. Hari Prasad, are you there? Hari Prasad.
Yes, sir.
Kindly, yes, pa. Kindly give the things that we have discussed in the last class, like Saravanan said.
Sir.
Yes.
So artifacts and artifact models.
Okay. What are the artifacts we can look at? Okay, pa. Thank you. Saravanan, am I audible? Saravanan, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, but list the artifacts pa, that we have discussed in the last class.
1 minute. Design model, software architecture documents, data model,
Okay.
user interface, story mode, user storyboard, UI prototype.
Okay. These 5 things we have discussed in the last class, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, pa. Okay. Okay, pa. I'm just starting with this session, pa. Okay. Okay. Listen. This is your syllabus. Okay. Kindly go to the syllabus. We just started with the elaboration straightly. Why? Because this class diagram will be explained after your domain model. So I have not explained the class diagram. We just simply started with the elaboration and these things that we are going to continue today. And after your domain model, I just start your class diagram. So you no need to worry. You'll be having another one session regarding your class diagram. Okay. Wait a second. I just move the slides. Okay, but you can look at the things that we discussed already in the class, like domain model. Domain model is an artifact. Design model is an artifact. Software architecture document is an artifact. Document model. Is the screen visible, pa? The screen visible? Okay. So and finally, use case storyboards. Okay, but thank you. So these 5 things that we discussed in the class as a form of artifacts. And I have mentioned you the same things. Your program has to be very simple. Your test has to be earlier. Everything we have discussed at the last class. Let me continue with the next thing. Okay. So this was the plan. This was the plan that you have to do before starting your elaboration phase. Like I said, in the elaboration phase, you will be finding out the risk. You will be finding out the risk. So you have to find out the complexities. So either it's a technically complex will, and second thing, you have to find out the implementational issues. What are the implementational issues that is available before going into the elaboration phase? And next, you have to check with the business values. These everything we have already learned in the first unit itself at the phase of inception elaboration. And next, look at the things. After you find out the risk, you have to rank the risk, which is the highest risk, which is medium risk, and which is the lower risk, so that you can able to plan accordingly. For example, here you can look at. So let me take the higher risk. For example, process sale. Process sale logging are the higher risk. For example, if you have made a sale accidentally without receiving the amount, so it's a high risk. Or if you find any logging issues, the people was available, but it was noted that he was not available. So these are higher risk. And maintaining the user's record. Maintaining the user's record is medium risk. And like that, you can able to rank the list. Okay, Appa? And you can able to find out the comments. For example, if any risk happens, what we have to do. Okay. Okay, let me start with the thing. Like I said, initially, you have to design the domain model. Okay. So in this, we will be started drawing about domain model, and after that, we'll be learning about class diagram. Yeah. Okay, let me move the next slide. Okay, is the diagram visible, or I need to zoom it? Is the diagram visible, Pa? Kindly give your feedback.
Visible, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Thank you,
sir.
Pa. Okay, here you can note down how many domains. How many domains? Anyone? Kindly count the domain, Pa. How many domains? How many domains the diagram? So this is one domain. Okay. This is second
6.
one. This is third. This is fourth. And this is fifth and sixth. Okay. Like I said, there is no need of ordering in the same way. You can able to keep it in random. Okay. So for example, for the domain model, this is either this is a complete domain model or partial domain model. Yes, Pa, kindly reply me whether this diagram is partial. Yes, because for item and for registration I have not given any attributes, so it is partial. Okay. If I have mentioned anything in this, it's a complete diagram. Okay. Now look at this diagram or take some snaps if you have, and I'll be sharing you the document in the modules in Canvas. Okay, but here you can look at. So initially, after looking at this diagram, which domain you have to start first? Which domain you have to start drawing first? Yes. Like I said, you have to rank this thing. You have to rank this thing. Okay, listen. I'll be giving you the example. Sales is happening here. Sales line item is number of items that is printed in the bill. Okay, this is individual item. This is store. This is sales. One second. Okay, am I audible? I just got a call. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Pa. So here you can look at 6 domains. Okay. So here for this sales, store, payment, registration. Okay. What I am asking is which domain is the first one? Which domain is first one? நான் சொல்றது புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? இந்த domain diagram நீங்க draw பண்றீங்க. இதுல எந்த domain நீங்க வந்து first draw பண்ணணும்?
Sales line item.
Okay, I'll be giving you the explanation pa. Okay, so sales line item na bill வேணும். Okay, so bill க்கு கண்டிப்பா என்ன வேணும்? Items எல்லாம் ஸ்டோர்ல இருந்திருக்கணும். So ஸ்டோர்ல items இருந்துச்சுன்னா சேல்ஸ் பண்ண முடியும். Okay, and then after completing of your sale you do the payment, but the initial thing is store is the first one. There should be a store. It should have an address, it should have a name. சொல்ற புரியுதா? Are you able to listen it? So which is the first priority? This is the first one. Okay, store name, store address. You cannot able to go to an unknown store. Okay, now give the second priority pa. Store moda vandirchu, அடுத்த second என்ன வரணும்? Are look at in the screen? Which is the second one pa? Which is the second one?
Items, sir.
Items, yes. You have to create the store, you have to give the name, and after you have to purchase the items, and after that you start doing the rest of the things. Okay, like I said, after items, what you have to do is you have to register the customer's name. You have to give some cards. You have to register the customer's name. So I'm giving a priority as 1, 2, 3, okay, and then 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so this is the priority of giving the diagrams. Okay pa. Now look at the diagram. I have initially drawn these boxes and I started giving the attributes. For example, if we started from here, so for store you have the attribute as the address and the name. Okay, for sales line item, how much quantity? For sales you have to note on the date and time, because listen, every bill should have the day that you purchase and the time that you purchase, because if you are returning a product, this will be a notification to return the things. And next, coming into the payment. So payment, how much amount? Okay, so these are the domain names and attributes. And like I said, these are domains, and the entire thing is called as a domain model diagram. So to form a domain model diagram, you have to connect the lines. Okay, like I said, this line is bidirectional. This line is bidirectional. So it gives both the meaning. Okay, like here you can note on pa. Store. Okay, store stocks in item. Okay, in bidirectional way, give a meaning. In bidirectional way, give the meaning. Yes, Manoj Kumar. Manoj.
Yes, sir.
Yes, but give the meaning in the bidirectional part. Like I said, store stocks in item. Okay, one store stocks in n number of items. Okay, now come up with the opposite meaning.
Number of items in one store.
Number of items are stocked in the single store. You can able to have both the meanings. Okay, you know about numbering this thing. Like I said, this is called as cardinality. You have to mention the objects. So this is 1, this is star. So a store has n number of objects, and in one item will have one line item or n number of line item based upon the quantity. For example, if you are buying one soap, one item. If you are buying 4 soap of same product, one item, 4 quantity. Okay, you can able to mention like that. And similarly, all items. For example, you have purchased 10 items, single sales. You are just going to pay single time for 10 products. And finally, you are just going to pay for a single time, single bill, single payment. Okay, Appa? Are you getting the point? Are you getting the points?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I am just noting down the diagrams. Okay, this box is called as object box, or what you mention is a concept. This is the concept. Okay, this line is called as association. Okay, and these things, date, time, quantity, address, and name, these are called as attributes. Okay, if a question was asked, explain about domain model diagram, you have to mention 3 things. First thing is this box, domain model. Second thing, attributes. Third thing, this is the attributes. This is the second one. Okay, third one is the association. So I'm again repeating you have to draw the domain, you have to draw the association, you have to explain about attributes. 3 things you have to explain. Okay, but let me move on to the next thing. Here you can note down the definition of a domain model. Note down the definition of domain model or take some snaps. Okay, domain model, like I said, is a visual representation of conceptual classes. I think so. You have noted down these things. You have noted down the definition on the last day. Like I said, conceptual model and domain model are same. Okay, Appa? Okay, let me move on to the definition. Okay, in unified process, domain model that represents the real situation that's called as conceptual classes. Okay, like I said, if a question was asked, explain about a conceptual class. Explain about the conceptual class question கேட்டானா நீங்க வந்து classன்ற word வச்சு class diagram explain பண்ணக்கூடாது. Conceptual class, you have to explain only the domain model. Okay, like I said, you have to explain these three things. First thing is domain, second thing association, and third thing attribute. Okay, let me move on to the next thing. So here I just given a word. Domain model is called as visual dictionary. Okay, what's the meaning of a dictionary, literally? Why use a dictionary? Give some explanation. Why you use a dictionary?
To find the meaning of a word.
Yes, to find the meaning of the word. Okay, similarly, to find the meaning of the project, you need a domain model. What the exact project is going to do, you have to use the domain model as an explanation. Are you getting the points? Shall I move to the next one? I'm not explaining the same thing, but here everything I have explained it. Shall I move to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now look at the diagram. So this is how many ways a domain model can be represented. Okay, and what are things you have to avoid. Here you can look at the diagram. Like I said, domain model should not contain your programming logics. I'm using Java, I'm using C#. You should not mention the things because it is representing to the customers. They don't know the knowledges of what the languages they are just going to use. Okay, so here you can look at this is the representation. This is the purest way of representing a domain model. So sales is the domain name, date time is the attribute. Okay, what you should not do. Here you can look at. Here, what's the problem, pa? Why I mention is avoid this. What's the problem here? What's the problem here? Yes, come up with your answers. Now look at this diagram, pa. What's the problem here? Pandishwari, kindly unmute yourself, pa. Pandishwari, kindly unmute yourself. Pandishwari.
Sir.
Yes, pa. While looking at this diagram, what the thing is missing here? Yes.
Attributes.
Attributes, yes, pa. Thank you. Thank you, pa. Okay, like the people said, here the attributes was missing. Here the attributes was missing, so you should avoid this. Okay, pa. Like similarly here, what's the problem here? What's the problem here? Yes. You should not mention the methods here. Like I said, a domain model will have a domain model name and the attribute. You should not mention the methods. Okay, are you getting the points clear? Yes, come up with your answers. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you should note on these things. You should not leave the attributes column, and you should not add the methods. Okay. Okay, Pa. Let me discuss some other meanings of your domain models. domain models. Okay, here you can note down the other two meanings. First one is domain model. Okay, so domain model, that what I mentioned is the conceptual perspective of the objects. What the exact concept that you are doing. Okay, second meaning is it's simply explains about the UI layers. You have 3 layers in next generation PYS. So UI layer, application logic. Okay, so here you will be mentioning only the UI layers. Okay, let I move to the next one. Okay, let me discuss the domain model in detail. Like I said, domain model, conceptual class, both the things are same. Okay, here you can note down. So there are 3 ways of representing your domains. So this is the first way that already we have learned. So a box, draw a box, and it should be divided into 2. Okay, sales, date and time. This is the first format, and this is the second format. Okay, look at the second format. You have to draw a box, and you have to give a description. So sales represent an event. A sales means a purchase transaction. It has date and time. So these things also same. Either you can able to mention simply like a statement, or you can explain in detail. Okay, this is the way of representing the concept, and these two are way. Okay, look at this part. What I have mentioned here: sales 1, sales 2, sales 3, sales 4. So this is the meaning of objects. In the previous diagram, okay, once again, everyone look at here. You can look at in the previous diagram for register, I just marked as 1. Similarly, for sales you can for a single day you can have more than 200 to 300 sales. So what I can able to mention is starting from sales 1, sales 2 to sales 200. The same way also you can able to mention the concepts. Okay, are you getting the point clear? The same thing is mentioned here. A symbol, words or images representing the class diagram. So this is the conceptual classes. Or you can able to give the definition. So here I have mentioned the definition. Or you can able to mention the objects. Okay, are you getting the point clear? You can take the snaps. Let me move to the next thing. Here you can note down our domain and data model are the same thing. On the first day, I just given you the explanation very clear. Data model is separate. Data model will give the schemas, database schemas, physical schema. So data models are different from domain models. If the question was asked, you can able to give the definitions. The next thing. So why we motivating the domain models? Like I said, at the lower level of representing your entire projects, you can able to move forward with the domain models. So this is the thing which is given. So it gives you the very little explanation about. Just one second. Okay, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you listen? So this is the thing that we are discussing at the last thing. So since it is representing the entire project in a very simplest representation, we are just moving over for the domain model. Okay. Okay, next look at this diagram. Is the diagram clear? Is this diagram clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, kindly look at the first segment, before this line. Before this line, can you look at this diagram? So this is a complete domain model. Okay, like I said, this is a complete domain model. So payment, amount, sales, date, time. Okay, it has a count of objects, and it has an association. It has a meaning of the association. Okay, kindly frame the sentence: one payment pays for one sale. One payment pays for one sale. Similarly, one sale paid this amount. Okay, you can get the literal meaning. Okay, what I have mentioned, this line is bidirectional. This line is bidirectional. You can either draw like this also. You can mark both the arrows. The same thing of bidirectional. Okay, now but look at this diagram. What was the change? What was the change here? What was the change here?
Methods also included. Sir.
1 second. Pa. Okay, pa, come up with your answers. This is domain model. Okay, here it is having a method. If anything which have a method, then this is called as. If you have already attended the labs, if any method that is available, then this is called as class. So this is called domain. This is called as class. Okay, so you get the real thing. So I'm just giving the explanation. Everyone listen. I'm just giving you the clear-cut explanation. What is meant by a domain model and what is meant by a design model. Okay, like I said in the class, domain model does not contain attributes. So it does not contain methods. If you have methods in it, it's called as design model. This is called as class diagram. This is called as class diagram because class diagram only has that arrows. Are you getting the point clear, pa? You can be able to write the same diagram for the explanation of difference between a domain model and design model. Are you getting the point clear? Are you getting the point clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, let me move further. So this is the lowest representation. It is given directly. Okay. Now note on the next thing. Pa. Okay. This is an important 60-mark question. How to create a domain model? This is an important 60-mark question. Note down. Note down. It is important. How to create a domain model? It's an important question. Okay. Initially, these three things that we are going to do here. First thing, find the conceptual class. Find the conceptual class. Second, draw them as a class. Yeah, you know the literal meaning. Conceptual class is a domain model. Conceptual class is a domain model. Class is a class diagram. Okay, you don't need to confuse it. First, initially, you need to draw the domain model. Second, you have to convert it into a class diagram. And after that, you have to add the associations and attributes. These three things that you're going to learn it now. Okay, shall we start? Shall we start now? Yes, come up with your replies.
Yes, sir.
Okay, pa. Okay, everyone note down. Let me start it here. So first thing, to find the conceptual class. Okay, these three ways we can either we can able to find the conceptual class. Okay, okay. What the first way? You need to reuse or modify the existing model. Okay, 1 second, pa. I'm showing you a diagram here. So here you are having a payment and a sale. What I am saying is, I'm just literally saying in Tamil. Listen. So நீங்க ஆக்சுவலா வந்து ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் வந்து ஏற்கனவே செஞ்சிருக்கீங்கப்பா. ஏற்கனவே வந்து ஒரு டிபார்ட்மெண்டல் ஸ்டோருக்கு ஒரு சாஃப்ட்வேர் ப்ராஜெக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. ஓகே, இப்போ ஒரு கஸ்டமர் ஆக்சுவலா வந்து உங்களுக்கு இன்னொரு டிபார்ட்மெண்டல் ஸ்டோர்ல இருந்து கேக்குறாங்கன்னு வச்சுங்களேன். ஸோ அந்த பர்டிகுலர் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் ஸ்டோருக்கு நீங்க புதுசா ப்ராஜெக்ட் பண்ணுவீங்களா, ஏற்கனவே செஞ்சு வச்சுக்க ப்ராஜெக்ட்ல இருந்து மாடல் எடுப்பீங்களா? ரிப்ளை மீ தி ஆன்சர்.
From existing model, learning model.
எஸ், ஏற்கனவே இருக்கிற ப்ராஜெக்ட்ல அந்த மாடலை மட்டும் என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? காப்பி பேஸ்ட் பண்ணுவீங்களா? பண்ணுவீங்களாப்பா? So that's the thing that which is given here. Okay,
Yes, sir.
reuse or modify in the existing model. That's the first way. Or second thing, use a category list. So you have a certain category. So this software is for an departmental store. Okay, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
So second thing is a category list bar. For example, you can able to categorize your projects. So this is for schools, this is for colleges, this is for departmental store. You can have multiple categories so that you can able to reuse the components. For example, you can able to take a component from a college, you can take a component from a department store. Okay, you can arrange it in the form of an entire thing. Okay, this is called as category list. Okay, and the third one, identifying the noun phrase. This thing already you have done in lab, isn't it? This thing you have already done in the lab. Are getting the point clear? You'll be writing down the problem statements, and after that you'll be considering the noun. Okay, the same thing. Okay, but are these three things understandable? All
Yes,
these
sir.
three things are understandable. Like I said, method one is reusing or modifying existing project. Second is categorizing every modules so that you can able to reuse it. Third thing is finding out the noun phrases. Okay, let me start with the second thing. You know already about reusing. Reusing don't need any explanation. Kindly look at everyone. Look at the content. Like I said, this is an important schema question. So first thing is a domain model. How to create domain model? First thing is you have to find out the constitutive classes. Second, use case, that is a class diagram, and finally association and attributes. I have taken this topic alone. I'm just giving you the explanation. And first thing is how to find the strategies to find the constitutive class. So these three things, and inside it, I'm just going to explain the category list here. Okay, here I can note down. For example, I am just done 3 projects. For example, department store project, a Monopoly game, or an airline reservation system. Okay, 1 second, pal. Let me get some detail about this particular project. What is maybe Monopoly game? Have you played this game? Anyone have played this game, Monopoly?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but what the name that you give for this is called as business game, isn't it? Business game.
Yes, sir.
You will be throwing the die. You will be moving over some places, getting some land. The same thing. Okay. So this is 1 second. 1 second. Dharani, you have raised your hands. Any doubts? Dharani?
No. No, sir.
Okay. Okay, like I said before, Monopoly game is a business game. Okay, so here you can note down 3 projects. One project is for department store. Second is a game. Third thing is airline reservation. You know about this airline reservation that we already learned in the first unit, like pilot. Yeah, aeroplanes. We can able to do it. Okay, I'm just moving on the next slide. Okay, but here you can note down the category list. I'm just showing in the full screen. You can take a snap. I will be giving you in detail, Bob. I will be giving you or explaining you in detail. Okay, let me start. So first thing is business transaction. I'm just categorizing every modules. Business transaction is the first module. Okay. So business transaction where you can able to use. You can able to use it in sale. You can able to use the same module in payment. You can able to use the business transaction in services. Okay, now coming into transactional line items. Okay, what is the meaning of a transactional? What's the meaning of transactional? Yes, pa, reply. What is meant by transactional? What the daily transaction you do? Purchasing an item, giving an amount. Okay, purchasing an item, or even purchasing a service. Okay, but everyone is listening now, isn't it? Kindly give some example about product, and secondly with service. What are products? Kindly come up with the answers. What are product? What are services? Everything is displayed here. For example, if you are just moving over to a store, you are purchasing a visual product. Okay, that's a product. What is the meaning of a service is you are just traveling from one place to another place using a train or bus. That thing is called as services. Or you are just going to a hotel and spending some time for your meals. Seating is a service. Serving meals is service. Okay. Are you getting the point clear, pa? Are you getting the point clear between a product and a service? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, pa.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now look at the thing. So here I'm mentioning the transaction line items. So transaction line items is the bill. Whatever the things that you get in the bill. Okay. Similarly, product or a service, like I said, an item or a flight, a seat, a meal. Okay. This is a service and this is an item. This is an product. Okay. Next thing, where is that transaction recorded? If you have purchased anything or you have done a service, it will be stored in a register, a ledger, or a flight manifest. Okay, next thing, role of a people or an organization. For example, the previous page, I just given you 3 projects: PYS, Monopoly, airline reservation. So these 3 projects, how many peoples or how many actors? Cashier is an actor, customer is an actor, store is an actor, Monopoly player is an actor, passenger for airline itself is an actor. Okay. Similarly, place of transaction. For example, where you done the transaction, you often go to the store or you go to the aerodrome to get some planes. Okay. Next, note away events. For example, sales is an event, payment is an event, Monopoly game flight is an event. Similarly, physical objects. What are the objects that you look at? So these things are called as category. These all things are called as a category. Similarly, description of things. For example, flight information, product information, everything will be give you the description. Guidelines, how to use a particular item, everything which is given in the description guidelines, that is called as your product catalog. And finally, containers of a thing. For example, store is a single place where all items will be there. Similarly, aeroplane. Okay. Are you getting the point clear, pa? About the content of category? Can you reply me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Shall we move to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, pa. Thank you. Okay, you can note on some more category list. So things in a container, collaboration system, record of financial instrument. Okay, schedule. You can have these contents. These everything will be denoting the categories. Okay, let me move on to the method 3. So like I said, the method 3 of filtering the noun phrases. How I said, you can look at the diagram here. Okay, so like what I said, you have to write down the main success scenario, like step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, here I can note down. A customer arrives at the department store checkout with the goods or services to purchase. And after that, the cashier starts a new sale. And after that, the cashier enters the item identifier. This is barcode scanning. Okay, the entire thing is done with the barcode scanning. And after that, the system records a sales line item and presents the item description. This is bill. This is bill. The bill with the price and the total. Okay. Okay. Like I said, by the word, finding conceptual classes with the noun phrases. You know about nouns. I have underlined the nouns. You can look at what are the nouns here. Okay, but come up with the answers. What are the nouns here? Yes.
Customer,
Customer, cashier.
Yes.
sale,
Thank you,
ID.
Janani Priya and Manoj. Thank you. Some other people. You can list out the nouns that I have underlined. Some other. Okay, here you can note down. Customer is a noun, cashier is a noun. Okay, identifier, sales, POS, sales line item, item description, total. I'm just to find out the nouns. Okay, okay. After finding out the noun, what I have to do? I have to create the domain model. Yeah, here you can look at. I'm just doing the process one by one. I'm just doing the process one by one. Okay, I have find out the noun. Initially, what I have to do? I have to write it and put on a box. This box represents domain. Are you getting the point clear? I'm just simplifying the content. Yes, come up with your answers or in chat. Are you getting the point clear? Initially, what you have to do, we have to write the statements and we have to find out the noun. And after that, we have to put on a boxes. This box represents the domain. So here in this diagram, how many domains? How many domains, ba? Just count it.
11, sir.
11. Okay. After this statement, I just filtered out and find out 11 domains. You're just going to connect these things and complete your domain model. Okay. Okay. So let me start here. So this is the guideline for creating the domain model. Okay. First, what we have to do? Model the like I said, you have to sketch for your class diagram. You have to draw the domain model, and after that, that has to be converted into your class diagram. Okay. Like I said, the model is going to be the tool, and the entire thing that you get as a receipt is your entire model. I'll be explaining it clear after your diagrams. 1 second. Okay. Just zooming out. Is that point clear? Okay, pa. Here you can note down. Is a slide visible? Is a slide visible? Okay,
Yes, sir.
before moving out here, let me move to the previous one. So to give you some examples, pa. Okay. Listen here. So like I said, initially you have to draw these boxes to note down the domains. Okay. So this is the way that you represent your real-time entities. Okay. So let me have some clarity of what is maybe a domain. Here you can note down. For a sale, I just marked store. Is it right? Is it right? Give some feedback. I have marked sale. Inside it, I have marked the attribute. Whether it is right. Store is a class. Store is a class. So you should not write like this. Okay. Kindly note these diagrams, pa. Kindly give me a minute. Note on this diagram. Okay, but I think so. You have noted on this diagram. Okay, let me explain you. So here you can note down. Sales is a class and it does not contain another class in it. So I'm just filtering out this. You have already learned this thing in DBMS. That the name which is given is normalization. Already you have learned the normalization, isn't it? What is the meaning of normalization? What's the meaning of normalization in DBMS? Come up with your answers. What is meant by normalization in DBMS? if you have all the data in a single table, you cannot be able to easily filter out the content. So you'll be subdividing the tables. Okay, the same way I'm just doing here. I cannot able to handle more than 2 classes inside a domain, so that I'm just splitting it into two different domains. Okay. Similarly, here you can look at flight and a description. Flight and a description. So flight is also a noun. Description is also a noun. So I'm just filtering out like this. So flight, airport, name. So in where the particular flight is there, in which airport it is there, I can able to mention like that. Okay. Okay. Are you getting the point clear? Shall I move to the next one? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Here you can note on the 7th guidelines. So which is when to model a description class. So on all occasions, you cannot able to give the description. For example, if you are working with a product, you can able to give the description. For example, when you are looking at the bill, you can note down some products with some description. For example, if you are getting some bottles, for example, if you are getting some water bottles, they are marking like 3 blue bottles, 2 red bottles. They will be mentioning with some attributes. In that cases, you will be having the product description. Okay. Okay. I'm just showing you the explanation for description part. You can take a snap or you can note it down. Here you can note down an item which has 4 attributes. First one is description. Second thing is price. Fourth thing is serial number. The next thing is item ID. These 4 things that will be looking at your bill. Am I clear? In your bill, you'll be having the item ID, serial number, price, description. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, you can able to classify like this. An item will have only the serial number alone. An item will have only the serial number. Like I said, barcode. You are just going to scan the barcode. That barcode will represent into some other class. In that class, you can able to note down the description, price, item ID. Are you getting the point clear? I'm just splitting this domain model into 2. Okay. Due to some issues in here. Okay. I'm marking like item, serial number. And after that, this serial number will represent a particular description of a product. Okay. You get the meaning here? So one product description is a table that describes n number of items. If you are having 1000 items in your store, you can able to have. Mohana Priya, can you unmute yourself? Mohana Priya, can you mute yourself? Thank you. Okay, so like I said, you can able to differentiate, or you can able to do and split up to have some in-depth meanings. Okay, are you getting the point clear? Shall I move to the next one? Shall I move to the next one, Pa?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Pa, thank you. Okay, next thing is the content that explains about why or whether it is useful. Like I said, it is useful based upon these 3 things. So if you are working with an item or a service, you can able to work with the description. Okay, Pa. Now note down 3 important words. Can I note down 3 important words that I am going to mention? Okay, Pa. Note down. First thing is conceptual class. Conceptual class. First one is conceptual class. Second thing, description class. Description class. Okay. Okay. I'm just giving you the meaning. Conceptual class is domain model. Conceptual class is domain model. Description class often be used only for products. Okay, description class we often use for products. Okay, now come up with this particular meaning here. Okay, here if you are working with an item or a service, you can able to use with a description class. Okay, or often you will be using the description class for deleting the items. Okay, I'm just giving you in the meaning in Tamil. Okay, listen. So ஒரு டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் ஸ்டோர்ல ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு 10 ஐட்டம் நீங்க வாங்குறீங்க. சரியா, ஒரு 10 ஐட்டம் நீங்க வந்து வாங்குறீங்க. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் பில் பண்ண போகும்போது என்ன ஆயிருது அப்படின்னா ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் வந்து ஃபால்ட் ஆயிருது. நீங்க மறுபடியும் என்ன பண்றீங்க, ரிட்டர்ன் பண்ணி ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்றதுக்கு போறீங்க. ஆனா குவான்டிட்டியில இல்ல, அந்த ஸ்டாக் வந்து இல்ல. ஓகே, ஸோ அப்ப இது எப்படி மென்ஷன் பண்ணுவாங்க, பில்ல 400 குவான்டிட்டியை ரிமூவ் பண்ணிட்டு 300 குவான்டிட்டி மாத்துவாங்களா, ஏன்னா அந்த ப்ராடக்ட் இது கிடையாது. ஓகே, அதான் இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிக்கிறேன் நான். டெலிட்டிங் த இன்ஸ்டன்ட் ஆஃப் திங்ஸ், டெலிட்டிங் த இன்ஸ்டன்ட் ஆஃப் திங்ஸ். ஓகே ஓகே, அண்ட் தேர்ட் திங், இட் ரெடியூசஸ் த redundant or duplicated informations. நீங்க டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் தனியா வைக்கிறதுனால உங்களுக்கு வந்து duplications ஆகாம இருக்கும். That's why we are just moving over to the description. Okay appa, okay, now come up with the next example. Kindly look at this diagram. I'm just giving you a minute. Kindly look at this diagram and I will be asking you some people to give the explanation here. Is the diagram clear? Is the diagram clear? Okay, kindly have a glance bar. You are just going to give me the explanation. You have to give me that which is a conceptual class and which is a description class. You are just going to look at this diagram and you are just going to give me which is a conceptual class. Obviously both the thing is conceptual class, but in this diagram there is one conceptual class and one description class. Kindly give me, kindly have a glance bar, kindly have a glance. Okay, let me ask some people. Ramya E, kindly unmute yourself. Ramya, you just kindly give your suggestions. Which is a conceptual class, which is a description class, to get the point clear. Ramya E, kindly unmute yourself. Okay, let me ask some people from voice. Vijay Manihandan. Vijay Manihandan, kindly unmute yourself. Ramya, kindly unmute or come up with your microphone mode. I'm still just waiting for your reply. Similarly with Vijay Manihandan. If you don't know, kindly unmute yourself and give me a reply. Okay, some other people. Look, I'm just waiting for your reply. Both the people, Ramya and Vijay Manihandan. I'm just moving over to some other people's. Okay, pa. Okay, some other people. Let me take this diagram. First diagram. Okay. Airport. Airport is a conceptual class or description class. Either you can reply me in chat or unmute yourself. Airport. Airport is a description class or conceptual class?
Conceptual, sir.
Conceptual. Okay. Some other? Manoj?
Conceptual, yes.
Airport is a conceptual. Okay, pa. I'm just waiting for some other people's reply. Is there any controversial thing? Okay. Okay, pa. Airport. Airport is a conceptual class. Airport is a conceptual class because this does not represent any description. It just give you the name of an airport, not much description. Okay, now look at this flight. Flight is a now give the meaning. Flight is a conceptual or description class. Flight is a conceptual or description class. Yes. Flight. Either you can post me in chat. Either post me in chat. Flight. Saravanan, you can unmute yourself and give me the reply. Flight. Either flight is a conceptual class or
Description, sir.
description. Thank you, Pa. Janani Priya, thank you. Descriptional. Yes. So airport is a conceptual class and flight is a description class. Okay, why I'm saying in this you can able to note down the date, number, time, every information. Okay, now come up with the second diagram. Now give me what are the diagrams as conceptual and descriptional. Either in chat or unmute yourself. Now consider these diagrams, pa, and now give me the reply. Which is a description, which is conceptual? Airport. Airport is a yes. Conceptual. Airport is a conceptual diagram. Okay. And next, flight description.
Description.
Descriptional. Okay, flight.
Description.
Flight is also descriptional. Okay. So here in the previous diagram, one concept, one description. Here, one concept, two description. You get the meaning here. It describes. Okay. Okay, I think so. You get the point clear. Which is what's the meaning of a conceptual? What's the meaning of a descriptional? Okay, let me move to the next diagram. Okay, pa. Once again, let me move to the first page. That what we started about domain model. Sorry, pa. Once again. Okay, everyone look at this page. On the first thing, what I have mentioned, for creating a domain model, you have to create the conceptual classes. I just mentioned in the below, either you can able to reuse it, or you can able to use the category list, or you can able to use the noun phrases. We have completed it. And after that, what you have to do, we have to convert it into the class diagram. But before going into this segment, I'm just moving over to association and attribute, because you have to add the attribute and have to connect with the line. So that I'm just moving over to third point, not I'm just moving into the second point. So you can able to renumber it. So first number is conceptual class, second association and attribute, and third thing is defining the class diagram. Okay. Okay, let me move to that particular page. Okay, pa. Is the screen visible? Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, pa. Okay, like I said, this line is called as association, which connects two different domains. Okay, and you need to draw this line, and you have to do two things. You have to draw this line, you have to give the cardinality, and also you have to give the meaning. You have to give the meaning. Okay, in this particular diagram, what's the cardinality? One register. Okay, one register, single register. Similarly, single sale. Okay, I'm just giving you the literal meaning. One register will records a single sales current payment. Okay, similarly, so this is the meaning. So if you draw a line, you should not simply draw a line. You should mark two things. One is cardinality, and second thing the meaning. Okay, okay. Now note down some little things about your association. Okay, already you have learned some concepts with tree in your data structure. Tree. Are you getting the point clear? What's a tree? How it look like? Tree. Yes. Single root node, two childrens. Are you getting the point clear, pa? A similar way. Here I can note down the formula. Here I can note down the formula n into n minus 1 by 2. Here I can note down the formula n into n minus 1 by 2. Like I said, I'm showing you the content part. Once again, everyone note on this. Everyone note on this formula. You are just going to find out the answer. Why I'm saying I will be giving you the explanation. Note on the formula n into n minus 1 by 2. Now I'm just moving out to the previous slide. What I'm mentioning is, if you are having n domains, you need how many associations? This is a question. For example, here look at this diagram. Here, how many domains? Here, how many domains? 11 domains. So kindly substitute n is equal to 11 and give me the answer. Now kindly substitute n is equal to 11 and give me the answers.
55, sir.
55.
55. So why this number is? Are every people getting the point clear? You can post me in chat also, pa. I have mentioned your formula n into n minus 1 by 2, and I am just given you the count of n. N is equal to 11, like I show you in this diagram. Yeah, the answer which is given by the people is 55. Okay, what I am going to explain you is that line that you connect. For example, kindly substitute n is equal to 2. Kindly substitute n is equal to 2. You obviously get 1, isn't it? That 1 is this particular line. If you are having two domains, you have to simply connect with a single line. Okay, are you getting the point clear? Are you getting the point clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If you are having two domains, you have to connect it with a single line. Like I said, if you are having 11 domains, you have to connect with the 55 lines. You have to connect all things with the 55 lines. So this is a simple calculation. You will often ask in 2 mark question. Okay. Okay. Here also it's given an example. If you are having 20 classes, now substitute n is equal to 20. Now substitute n is equal to 20 and give me the reply. 20 into 19 by 2. Somewhat it will be getting in decimals. If you are getting in decimals, you can round it off to the least value.
190, sir.
Yes, pa?
190.
190, sir.
190, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
190. So for 20 classes, you'll be more than 190 associations will be there. Okay, are you getting the point clear? Okay, let me move to the next thing. Okay, in applying association, I'm just showing you the notation. I'm just zooming on the screen. You can look at the notation form. Like I said, you have to draw a line. You have to draw a line. You have to mark the cardinality. That the meaning is multiplicity. Okay, and after that you have to give the meaning, and also you can look at the direction. Note on this structure pa. Every note on the structure. Register, sales. This is connected by a line. Okay, you have to mark the multiplicity 1. You have to mark the multiplicity as 0 to 1. You can note down the meaning as records. And here I'm just still zooming out the screen. You can note down an arrow mark here. And the arrow mark clear. Why this arrow mark pa? Any suggestion? Why this arrow mark? Like I said, association is bidirectional. Like I said, association is bidirectional. But often, if you are reading in opposite direction, I'm just marking like this. So you should read only in this direction. You should read only in this direction. Okay, kindly read it. Kindly read it. What's the meaning you get? Single register will record a single sale. This is the exact meaning. If you are reading in opposite direction, a single sale records a single register. It gives an odd meaning. It gives an odd meaning. Okay. So kindly note on this thing or take some snaps so that we can able to move to the next one. Okay, pa. Have you noted on this? Have you noted on this? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, pa. Let me wind up here. Now, one people kindly give the abstract that we have discussed today. One people. I'm just going to store your attendance, pa. Everyone wait. I'm just storing your attendance. Until last recording, I will be storing your attendance. Okay. Now, one people kindly give the description. Yes. Tarani, you can summarize the thing that we have discussed today. Tarani.
Yes, sir.
Yes, pa. Every other people listen.
Today we have saw about the process, planning the next iteration,
Okay.
domain model definition, why call a domain model or visual dictionary, two traditional meaning of domain model, conceptual classes, motivation, why create a domain model, how to create a domain model,
Okay.
three characteristics to find conceptual classes.
Okay.
Use a category list, sir. Conceptual class category. Main success scenario. Creating the domain model.
Okay.
Then common mistake with attributes. Description classes.
Okay.
Conceptual class, description class. Sir. Then
Okay.
association.
Okay. We have just about to start the association. Okay, pa. Okay, pa. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dharani. Okay, pa. Thank you for all people who attended today's session. Thank you. Thank you, pa.
Thank you, sir.